Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
A funeral happening inside this Detroit funeral home. Right outside, a man is shot and killed.
But what can you say in this mad world?
Tonight, we're learning the funeral home owner is in custody.
And reports are swirling the Big Ten is going to cancel the football season, and it isn't sitting well with Jim Harbaugh.
All coming up. We're going to begin, though, with Storm Tracker 4 and the threat of some severe weather all across the region as we head into this evening. You can see a pretty massive system out to our west, and it comes amid the usual suspects, high heat and high humidity.
Yeah, so let's get right over to Ben off the top here at 5. Hi there, Ben.
Hi, guys. Yeah, this has got a history of wind speeds that have been measured at over 100 miles per hour. That was earlier today. Now the strongest stuff is on top of the city of Chicago as it moves its way through the lake. You can see that line, plenty of lightning there, but we take off some of the lightning, and you can see that below that, that's where those severe thunderstorm watches, or warnings, I should say, and tornado warnings, including Cook County. That's the city of Chicago. So it is possible that there may be a tornado with that storm that's in the city of Chicago as we speak. Otherwise, we do not have anything over here on our side of the lake except just that rogue cell around Grand Rapids, and that's just a shower at this time. But the main threat is going to be from straight line wind damage, and it's likely going to be in here probably after 8 o'clock tonight. So we'll talk more about the timing of it and keeping our fingers crossed that some of the strongest stuff may go south of us, but we'll look at all of that in just a few minutes. Guys?
Okay, Ben. Our other top story tonight, the college football season is on the brink of being canceled.
Yeah, reports are swirling tonight. The Big Ten is set to call off the season. So let's head to Bernie's place. Bernie, not a done deal yet, but doesn't sound like we've got to get our hopes up.
Exactly right, Devin. Yeah, the idea of college football not playing this season almost feels like a foregone conclusion at this point. The Power 5 conferences met in an emergency session Saturday and Sunday. A source told ESPN the upcoming football season in serious jeopardy because of the virus. They're thinking of even moving everything to the spring. Now, the Big Ten presidents held a meeting Saturday. They voted 12-2 to cancel the football season. Too much risk, too much liability, but no final decision by them at that point. Today, Jim Harbaugh put out a statement on his own, and he's in favor of playing. We've got highlights. Harbaugh cited all the facts, including the fact that of the last 353 COVID tests that were performed on his athletes and staff, there were 0 positive tests. Harbaugh went on to say that if you are transparent and follow the rules, this can be done. He finished his statement by saying, hashtag we want to play, hashtag we want to coach. Sources at Michigan tell us they have been talking about the situation all day long, looking at every possible scenario, but no decision is of this moment. By the way, both Michigan and Michigan State voted against playing. Yet the head football coach put out a statement that they want to play. One other big item, at 6 o'clock tonight, the Big Ten presidents will meet again, and they say a final decision on the season will be made at that time or announced tomorrow. There you go. It's a season on the brink, as you said. Yeah. Kids, back to you.
No doubt. Stay tuned. We may learn something here before our 90 minutes is out here. All right.
All right, well, developing right now, Detroit police say a family argument led to a deadly shooting outside a funeral home on Detroit's east side.
It happened a little before 11 this morning at the Clora Funeral Home, which is on 7 Mile. Sean Lay has the latest information. It happened as a funeral was occurring.
It's going to be a shooting or cutting at 5801 East 7 Mile Road.
A deadly shooting during a funeral.
You know, how it says, there's a male shot at the location.
At a Detroit funeral home on such a difficult day for a family to lay someone to rest, a single shot is fired.
It happened outside on the side of the building.
Right outside the side door of Clora Funeral Home on East 7 Mile.
The victim and the suspect are related. They're cousins. They had an argument of some sort. During the argument, one of them produced a gun and shot the other one.
In fact, Local 4 has learned, multiple sources confirming tonight, that the person who allegedly fired that deadly shot is the owner of the funeral home. Police say a 37-year-old man well known in the community. And after the shot was fired, the owner waited for police and was taken into custody. The person shot and killed his 53-year-old cousin. A woman arriving to pay her respects for someone else who passed away stopped cold when she saw a body at the door.
And the young man laying on the ground dead.
In the parking lot?
No, up on by the door. Up at the funeral home door.
A guy was at the funeral home door.
Yeah, but what can you say in this mad world? God is mad about this kind of stuff, all this killing and stuff. What can you say?
All right, that's our Sean Lay reporting. Important to note that the guy that's been arrested is claiming self-defense. We'll continue to follow the story. 2 Michigan lawmakers say they want answers into what they say is a sudden delay in deliveries from the U.S. Postal Service.
Yeah, Devin, this is a big story here. Senator Gary Peters and Representative Brenda Lawrence both say the Postmaster General is to blame for it. Let's get to Grant Herms. He's live tonight. Grant, this is a major issue headed into the election here.
It certainly is, Kimberly. The Peters and postal workers today accusing the new Postmaster General of deliberately slowing down the mail. And those delays come as we continue to grapple with coronavirus and look ahead, as you said, to November.
In a press conference this morning, Senator Gary Peters saying he's heard from hundreds of Michiganders who say they've had sudden delays in critical mail service.
Reductions in overtime, reductions in extra trips by transportation trucks to make sure that mail isn't sitting in the post office.
Also speaking, Detroit Congresswoman Brenda Lawrence. Lawrence worked for USPS for 30 years, criticizing the Postmaster General Louis DeJoy and President Trump. She said without a working mail service, the November election is in danger.
Our democracy is being held in the hands of the Postal Service.
Last week, Peters announced an investigation into new directives from the recently appointed Postmaster General, who has run afoul with Democrats as the White House continues to drum up fears over voting by mail. But as the pandemic continues, Michiganders have increasingly relied on the mail service for vital needs, like Michelle Brown, who spoke to reporters about her husband missing a medication delivery.
This was not a medicine that was life and death, but there's many of us that do get those medications that cannot miss a day, and it's getting worse.
DeJoy's office not answering our questions directly, instead sending recent remarks with lines like this, which read in part, "Drama and delay does not get the mail delivered on time. Without timely legislation and regulatory reform, we will be forced to take aggressive measures to cut costs."
The Peters has set up a specific website for Michiganders to go tell him their mail stories. Now, we want to hear those too. You can send those to our Hank Winchester at clickondetroit.com. Kimberly?
So, Grant, what happens if the mail is still slow come the election?
Peters was asked that question today during that Zoom press conference. He didn't actually give a straight answer, only saying that he hopes his investigation yields some results by November. Now, for those voters who don't want to put their absentee ballot in the mail, most county clerks' offices have secure drop-off boxes set up. They will be set up by November. Back to you.
We can drop it off there. Okay, Grant, thanks.
Today, the state reports 557 new cases of the coronavirus, and with that, 8 more Michiganders have died from the virus over the past 24 hours. Meantime, President Trump is under fire today for going around the stalled Congress to order his own version of coronavirus relief that even some Republicans say is rather legally questionable. It comes as U.S. coronavirus cases, though, top 5 million. And a new study shows a sudden surge in infections in children. Let's get to Alice Barr, who's in Washington, with more. Alice.
Devin, the growing evidence of transmission among kids comes as some schools are reopening, only to quickly close their doors or order quarantines as students and staff test positive.
In Baker County, Florida today, students stepping back into the classroom and into the heart of the controversy over reopening schools.
I didn't see a lot of mask wearing. And I think that should have been something that was mandatory.
With the U.S. now topping 5 million coronavirus cases, a growing number of children are becoming infected. According to the American Academy of Pediatrics, more than 97,000 kids tested positive in just the last 2 weeks of July, a 40% increase since the pandemic began. Medical experts saying it's time for tough choices.
Do we want bars and restaurants? Do we want our schools? Which ones do we want? It's our choice. And I think that's what we're up against right now.
Meanwhile, President Trump today facing sharp criticism from both parties for going around Congress to issue 4 executive orders after weeks of negotiations broke down. The orders include $400 weekly enhanced unemployment benefits, down from the $600 Democrats have been pushing to reinstate. States would have to contribute $100 of that money.
States don't have the money to do that. They have expenses from the coronavirus.
The president also announcing a payroll tax suspension for people making less than $100,000 a year, though that money, which funds Social Security and Medicare, would still be owed next year. President Trump pledged he would push to make the cuts permanent if he's reelected in November. Critics say the president's orders offer little help to those who need it most, and even some Republicans are accusing him of overstepping the powers of the executive branch.
The president's orders also defer student loan payments and take steps to discourage evictions. Both sides say they want to continue negotiating, but right now no signs of progress. In Washington, Alice Barr, Local 4.
All right, Alice, we are expecting the president's daily coronavirus briefing to start somewhere around 5:30. We'll check in on it live once it begins. We'll stream it, though, in its entirety on our website at clickondetroit.com. Looters hit Chicago's Magnificent Mile.
New tonight how one incident set off a chaotic chain of events that's left millions of dollars in damage.
Also, a deadly explosion levels homes in Baltimore. New tonight what crews are up against as they search for people who still may be trapped in the rubble. Rod.
The space industry here in Michigan?
Michigan is critical today to our national security as it ever was.
Turns out it is not pie in the sky, and in fact, it has a lot of components that need a lot of work and work done right away. We'll tell you where that's all headed.